Wasserman-Schultz is a part-time congresswoman. She is part-time DNC, but she is definitely our full-time problem. As many of you know, I ran for Congress against her last year, and as a first-time candidate, I took in almost 40% of the vote. Thank you. Over 60,000 people voted for a businesswoman that they hardly knew. We had a short time in which to get our name ID out. We worked extremely hard, and I look around and many of my volunteers are here. We believe that we could beat her, and we definitely believe this year we will beat her. Over the last 4 years, as the theme of today has been to come in medical scrubs, our government continues to leave us in a crisis mode. Everything is a crisis. We must bail out the banks. We must bail out the car industry. We must help everybody. Now look where we are at. We're in a major crisis once again. They're waiting to the last minute to do their jobs. I hate to correct Ever Wilkinson, but it's been over 800 days since the #1 job of Congress is to create an annual budget. So now we stand by and we wait for what? Long-term debt reduction. When are we going to elect people that are going to take their job and our country seriously? As a business owner, I have created hundreds of jobs with my family for 37 years. And I can tell you firsthand, Debbie Wasserman-Schultz doesn't know what it is to live and work in the private sector, to live under the government's regulations and taxes that they continue to burden us with. We managed in these 37 years to survive through 7 recessions. So when we fire her in 2012 and she fills out that new job application and she brings it by your job, I want you to look it over very closely. And you're going to see government, government, and more government. And what you need to do is give her that application back and ask her if she has any real experience. You know what amazes me about her? She's the first Jewish American woman elected to Congress. And she is the worst ally for the Jewish people in the state of Israel. She is so connected to the president, she will not stand up for the Judeo-Christian values of which this nation was founded. She will not fight for the right for Israel to defend itself, to maintain its borders, and to not force them into a two-state solution with a bunch of terrorists.
Fire Debbie!
We as Christians and Jews know our founding fathers would stand by Israel. We must continue to always fight for them financially, militarily, but especially morally. Isn't it interesting how much of the liberals in Washington today, over this last week, continue to quote Ronald Reagan? Really? Well, he was such an amazing president if they could really pay attention to what his words say. But I'm reminded about another tremendous founding father of ours, Thomas Jefferson. And his quote from over 200 years ago rings true today. He said, "I believe Americans will find happiness if they can prevent the government from wasting the labors of the people under the false pretense of taking care of them." I believe that it is time that we return to those core values and principles that make the United States of America exceptional. I believe we need to fire President Obama and Debbie Wasserman-Schultz, and that now needs to become our full-time job.
Fire Debbie! Fire Debbie! Fire Debbie!
Since all of us are in agreement, we have a new website called firedebbie.com. So I'd like you to go to that website, Harrington for Congress as well, and we would appreciate any support you can give us, $5, $10. We're going to get the ball rolling. We're taking this movement across Florida, and we're going to let people know that this representative that she calls herself is no longer going to be employed. Thank you so much.